Hey everyone, it's Nelson Miller here with PA Creative. I'm the creator of the Divi Social Sharing Buttons module, and in this video I'm going to explain what is new in version 2.1 of our plugin. So in version 2.0, it was a very big update because we released the sharing options that allows you to set, the custom title text, the custom image, the custom title and excerpt, and what was the other, custom link. Yeah, so the 4 sharing things. So this update kind of builds on to some of those. It's some new features and improvements to some of those sharing options. So let's take a look, and there's some other features as well, but it's not a huge update, but it was some features that we had completed, so it was time to get this out to you. So the first one is sharing title length. So when you would set a custom title, to share onto your social networks, the customers were asking for it to have the option to change that length. They were wondering why it was being cut off. Well, it was being cut off because there is a kind of a recommended length, and you can read about it here on Ahrefs and Neil Patel's blog. So they talk about that. I'm just linking to that. One thing you may want to do, and I actually quote them, I think it was on the Ahrefs blog, there is no official guidance on this, but 40 characters for mobile and 60 for desktop is roughly the sweet spot. Now you can do that. So we've actually also added the responsive settings to this, so you can change the number of characters. Like you could put it 40 on mobile and 60 on desktop. So that's kind of cool. Nothing super exciting, but it's to some people this is a very important thing. Now, we also added a print button. So this will appear as a network. It's not really a network, but you know what I mean. I don't print hardly anything anymore. Occasionally I do, but it's amazing that people still ask for this and it's still relevant. So we have added that. Basically, it loads, your browser's print dialog screen. So you can add that button. That's helpful for certain things, obviously. I mean, recipes and, all that kind of stuff. All right, so URL query parameters. Now, those who are into marketing a lot more than me, they're going to be happy about this feature. So you can now choose the data that you want to include in the sharing URL. So remember, we added all these sharing features in 2.0. So now in 2.1, we have kind of add-ons. So like, let's say if someone shares your link, behind the scenes, there is these parameters on the end of the URL. So when someone's scrolling Facebook, let's say, and clicks on it, those parameters are helpful to the site owner for, tracking and marketing and analytics and all of that kind of stuff. And honestly, a lot of that's beyond me. I'm not into the marketing side of things as much. But some of you who are going to appreciate that. And I have a link there also to read up on that kind of thing from semrush.com on their blog. Okay, so that these settings, I have screenshots of that. Now, inline shared title, that's something we can all get behind. So here's an example, screenshots of how you could use it. Before the title, if you use the title, you don't need to use the title built into the module. You could use a text module, right? But if you do use the built-in title, it was above the module or above the buttons. Here, I'm pointing at my screen. But now there's an option if you toggle it on to show it inline, and you can write your text and style that, of course. But it's kind of nice because if you had a blog post and then you had your buttons centered, like let's say this was centered at the bottom of my blog post, that would be nice to have it inline. So I hope you appreciate that. We had requests for that. Another little thing, box shadows is just something we've totally missed in the previous version. So yeah, we just added box shadows. So that's it for this update. It feels like it's not as big as obviously 2.0 by all means. But again, think of this more as a follow-up to 2.0. And if you have new feature suggestions, we're all ears. In fact, I think, each one of these things was something that people asked for. So we do listen and we do appreciate hearing that. This plugin is not meant to be like a full, social sharing, suite or whatever. But we do want it to work well and to have all the necessary features that you need for people are sharing your posts. So we hope you appreciate this update. That's all for this one. We'll see you all in the next video.